Alex here with a video on the matter of the challenge to the qualifications of Jenny Brekhus, a Reno City Council member who is challenging Reno mayoral incumbent Hillary Sheave in the upcoming election. Eddie Lorton, one of the several challengers opposing the incumbent alongside Ms. Brekhus, was the first to threaten to sue, denouncing efforts by the incumbent and Ms. Brekhus of what he calls, quote, two career politicians trying to once again circumvent what term limits mean, unquote. Especially interesting is what appears to be a replay of what occurred in 2014 with Mr. Lorton's prior lawsuit against two of his opponents in the mayoral race back then, sustained and ultimately upheld by the Supreme Court, resulting in the removal of both Jessica Sferraza and Dwight Dortch from the ballot. Less than a week later, Mr. Lorton backpedaled, indicating his declination to sue, instead stating publicly his opposition to both Ms. Brekhus and Mayor Sheave being on the ballot. The following day, it was William Mantle who filed, targeting only Ms. Brekhus with his qualification challenge, which triggered a rebuke by Ms. Brekhus, who expressed her outrage in a tweet that called both Mr. Lorton and Mantle, quote, failed mayoral candidates, unquote, and accused them of acting as the incumbent's proxies in trying to keep her off of the ballot. The city attorney's office forwarded Mr. Mantle's formal challenge to the Second Judicial District Court, which responded by issuing a citation ordering Ms. Brekhus to appear and show cause why the challenge to her candidacy is not valid. Ms. Brekhus countered with a motion to dismiss, citing the untimeliness of Mr. Mantle's challenge, which would later manifest as both procedural and jurisdictional arguments that District Court Judge Connie Steinheimer would hear and consider. District Court Judge Connie Steinheimer granted our request to provide electronic coverage of the hearing, which has already been recorded by video camera operator Benjamin Margio and will be published shortly. The City of Reno is represented by City Attorney Carl Hall. Ms. Brekhus is represented by John Marshall and Luke Busby. Mr. Mantle is representing himself. You can keep up to date with our coverage schedule by visiting ournevadajudges.com, and you can post any questions you have down in the comments below or send us an email at media@ournevadajudges.com.
He never followed it.
Stop it.
I'm kidding.
In addition, and this is my own commentary here, we obviously are concerned about children.
When you're in this kind of a setting and you have the privilege of speaking in front of our audience, the temptation to tell war stories is almost irresistible.
Jim Jimerson is a legal legend. He has every war story you can imagine.
I mean, obviously, if I'm affirmed, it's just a happy dance in my chambers. But if it's anything,
The best way to handle these cases is to win them below. Come from a position of being a respondent and not an appellant.
he is exactly right.
Do you want me to explain why?
Yes.
So imagine that you're charged with burglary and robbery, not you, but just somebody is breaking into somebody's house, having a gun, demanding money. One of the people in the house runs upstairs, gets a gun out of the bedroom, comes down the stairs, sees this perpetrator who was believed to be Mr. Hubbard holding a gun, so the resident starts shooting at Mr. Hubbard. Mr. Hubbard gets...
I think appellate attorneys lose their audience, which is the court, when all you say is, witness X testified as follows, witness Y testified as follows, witness Z testified as follows. That is so boring, and it is so unimaginative that if I'm in an appellate court and I'm reading that, it's not something that's piquing my interest. So I try to humanize all of the characters that I'm writing about and get away from the fact that you're reviewing a trial transcript